Hello learners, welcome to sarmaji.com. Do you love stories? Stories are like magic. They take us to different worlds and introduce us to new friends. We are going to read some fun stories together. These stories will help you learn English words in a fun way. Each story is an adventure. You will meet interesting characters and learn new words. Are you ready to start our adventure? Let's go! The Friendly Fox and the Lost Ball. Once upon a time, a little girl named Lily was playing with her ball in the park. The sun was shining brightly, and the birds were singing melodious tunes. The park was filled with the laughter of children and the rustling of leaves as the gentle breeze blew through the trees. Lily loved playing in the park because it was a place where she could run freely and enjoy the beauty of nature. She threw the ball high in the air, watching it soar like a bird. But to her surprise, the ball bounced into the bushes. It disappeared into the thick greenery, and Lily's heart sank. She had been having so much fun, and now her favorite ball was lost. Determined to find her ball, Lily ran over to the bushes. She looked and looked, pushing aside branches and peering into the shadows, but she couldn't find her ball. The bushes were dense, and it seemed like the ball had vanished into thin air. Lily felt a pang of disappointment and wondered if she would ever see her ball again. Just as she was about to give up, she saw a pair of eyes peering at her from the bushes. It was a fox. The fox had bright, curious eyes and a bushy tail that flicked back and forth. Lily had never seen a fox up close before, and she was both surprised and a little scared. "Hello," said the fox in a gentle voice. "I saw your ball. I can get it for you." Lily was amazed. She had heard stories about foxes being clever and sly, but this fox seemed kind and helpful. She nodded eagerly, hoping the fox could really find her ball. The fox disappeared into the bushes, and Lily waited anxiously. After a few moments, the fox emerged with the ball in its mouth. It carefully placed the ball at Lily's feet and looked up at her with a friendly expression. Lily's face lit up with joy. She couldn't believe that the fox had found her ball so quickly. Lily was so happy. "Thank you," she said, her voice filled with gratitude. The fox nodded and smiled. Lily realized that not all foxes were mischievous. Some could be very friendly and helpful. She learned an important lesson that day about not judging others based on stories or appearances. And so, Lily and the fox became friends. They played together in the park, and Lily always remembered the day the friendly fox helped her find her lost ball. It was a day filled with unexpected surprises and new friendships. So learners, we learned some new words in the story, like surprise, disappear, bush, amaze, flick, vanish, etc. Keep listening to the story again and repeat them. Note the words and use them in daily conversations. Now coming to our next story. The Birthday Surprise. It was Ben's birthday. He was turning 5 years old. Ben's friends, Tom and Maya, were planning a surprise party for him. They decorated the house with balloons and streamers. Maya baked a delicious chocolate cake. Tom hung a big happy birthday banner. When Ben came home, he was so surprised. His friends shouted, "Surprise!" Ben was very happy. They ate cake and played games all afternoon. It was the best birthday ever. Now the new words we learned in the story. Birthday, surprise, decorate, balloons, streamers, shout, delicious, etc. Please pause and repeat them and note for conversation. Coming to our next story. Leo the Lion. Leo the Lion was scared of water. He didn't know how to swim. One hot summer day, his friend, Zara the zebra, invited him to the pool. "Don't worry," said Zara. "I will teach you how to swim." Zara showed Leo how to float and kick his legs. At first, Leo was scared, but then he started to enjoy it. He learned how to swim. Leo was so proud of himself. Here we learned scared, water, swim, pool, float. Please do keep repeating them. Coming next. Helping hands for Grandma. Max and Zoe loved visiting their grandma. She lived in a cozy house with a beautiful garden. One day, they saw that Grandma's garden was full of weeds. "We can help you, Grandma," said Max. Max and Zoe pulled out all the weeds. Zoe watered the plants, and Max planted new flowers. Grandma was so happy to see their helping hands. "Thank you, my dears," she said. "You are the best helpers." New words in this story: weed, garden, cozy. Put them in your notebook, learners. Next coming up. The Magical Box of Dreams. Lily had a magical box. It wasn't a real box, but a box in her mind. Every night, Lily would close her eyes and open her magical box. Inside the box were all her dreams. She dreamt of flying with the birds and dancing with the stars. She dreamt of sailing on a rainbow and singing with the whales. Lily's magical box was full of wonder and joy. It made her happy and took her on amazing adventures every night. Words summary, sail, whale, wonder. Can you make a fresh sentence with these words? Do try. Coming next. The brave little mouse. Pip was a little mouse who lived in a big house. One day, he saw a big, scary cat in the kitchen. The cat was trying to catch a little bird. Pip knew he had to be brave. He jumped out of his hiding place and shouted, "Stop! Leave that bird alone!" The cat was so surprised to see the brave little mouse that it ran away. The bird was safe, thanks to Pip. He was a true hero. Word summary. Jump, brave, scary, shout. Make a sentence with these words and keep using them in daily talks. Moving ahead with another a bit longer story. Lily's act of kindness. One sunny afternoon, Lily was walking home from school. She loved these walks, as they gave her time to think and enjoy the fresh air. As she strolled along the familiar path, she noticed a man sitting on a bench in the park. The man looked very sad and hungry. His clothes were worn, and his eyes seemed to carry a heavy burden. Lily couldn't help but feel a pang of sympathy for him. She felt a strong urge to help him. Lily had always been taught to be kind and compassionate, and she knew this was a moment where she could make a difference. Without hesitation, she hurried home. Once there, she went straight to the kitchen. She remembered her mom always said that a good meal could brighten anyone's day, so she decided to make a sandwich. She carefully prepared the sandwich, adding all the ingredients she thought the man would like. She also grabbed a juice box from the fridge. She put everything in a bag and quickly made her way back to the park. With a warm smile, she approached the man and handed him the bag. "Here you go, sir," said Lily, her voice filled with kindness. "I hope you like it," she added, hoping that her small gesture would bring some comfort to him. The man's eyes lit up with gratitude. He looked at Lily with a smile that seemed to erase some of the sadness from his face. "Thank you so much," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "You have no idea how much this means to me." Lily felt a warm glow inside her heart. She realized that even a small act of kindness could make a big difference in someone's life. As she walked home, she thought about how important it is to be kind and to help others whenever we can. Kids, we learned more words in this story. Kindness, sad, hungry, sandwich, grateful, gratitude, erase, approach, ingredients, hesitation, hurry, stroll, etc. Keep them in mind. Note well. We are moving ahead with one more story for you. Timmy's Lost Puppy. This is a heartwarming tale about a young boy named Timmy and his beloved puppy, Sparky. Timmy had a cute little puppy named Sparky. Sparky was a playful and energetic puppy who loved to run around and explore new places. One sunny afternoon, Timmy was playing with Sparky in the park. The park was filled with the laughter of children, the chirping of birds, and the rustling of leaves in the gentle breeze. Timmy and Sparky were having a wonderful time, running and playing fetch. Suddenly, Sparky ran off. Timmy was caught off guard and didn't know which direction Sparky had gone. He looked everywhere, but Sparky was gone. Timmy was so worried. He felt a lump in his throat and tears started to well up in his eyes. He called Sparky's name again and again, but Sparky didn't come back. Timmy's voice echoed through the park as he desperately searched for his furry friend. He asked other park goers if they had seen Sparky, but no one had. Just when Timmy was about to give up hope, he heard a bark. It was a faint sound, but it was unmistakably Sparky's bark. Timmy's heart skipped a beat as he followed the sound. There was Sparky, hiding behind a tree. Sparky had been playing a game of hide-and-seek all along. Timmy couldn't believe his eyes. He felt a wave of relief wash over him. Timmy was so happy to have his puppy back. He ran over to Sparky and scooped him up in his arms, hugging him tightly. Sparky wagged his tail and licked Timmy's face, happy to be reunited with his best friend. This adventure taught Timmy the importance of keeping a close eye on Sparky and always being aware of his surroundings. Puppy, park, ran off, worried, bark, hug, throat, breeze, tree. These words will always remind Timmy of the day he almost lost his best friend, but found him again. Will you remember these words too? Dear learner, you listened all the stories and learned so many new English words today. Now it's your turn to use them. Talk about the stories with your friends. Tell them about your favorite characters and use the new words you learned. Keep reading, keep learning, and most importantly, keep having fun with English. And remember, revision is the mother of memory, so keep repeating and keep revising. Thank you for listening, sarmaji.com. Catch you up next time with another learning podcast. Till then, goodbye and happy learning.